Happy Mario Day, everyone. Now the Super Mario Brothers movie final trailer is out, which I already did a reaction to. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Now I'm just going to talk about some things that I noticed in the trailer. We start the trailer off in Bowser's land and castle, where Luigi and several others are trapped in cages over lava. Very final world in Mario games vibes. Looks like some Goombas and Koopas are trapped too. Maybe they're peaceful and didn't want to join Bowser's army. I especially love this Goomba trying to bite through his cage. You can do it, buddy. We see the King Penguin and other penguins from the first trailer.
Ooh, fresh meat for the grinder.
And then we meet Lumalee, who has a really dark sense of humor.
There's no escape. The only hope is the sweet relief of death.
Whoa! Oh, you've got to be kidding me!
So if Lumalee is in this movie and kidnapped by Bowser, where was Lumalee before this? Was Lumalee hanging out with, say, a certain other princess that is in the Mario universe? Are we setting up Rosalina? Now, this is just pure speculation, but Lumalee being in this movie makes me wonder if an after credits scene or a sequel could be leading us to a Super Mario Galaxy movie, which actually has a nice ring to it. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. I also love that you can hear the World 1-2 Underground theme throughout this part of the trailer.
Give him no heed. He is cute, but he is...
There's gotta be a way out of here.
The score in this movie is going to be fire, and I'm gonna play it all the time. I can't wait. We get a number of shots featuring Bowser's army, and it is filled with Super Mario Brothers villain characters. We're talking Koopa Troopas, Koopa Paratroopers, Goombas, Piranha Plants, Shy Guys, Hammer Brothers, Sledge Brothers. We even get some swoops in there. You know those bats from Super Mario World? They're in there too. We got Bowser with Kamek by his side, giving his speech to the troops to go take out the Mushroom Kingdom. Jack Black is just rocking it in this role as Bowser. I just love his gravelly voice.
We will destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
By the way, shout out to Kevin Michael Richardson, who's voicing Kamek in this movie. We heard his voice in the first trailer.
Behold, the king of the Koopas!
There's been a lot of talk about the celebrities doing voices in this movie, but Kevin Michael Richardson is a voice actor. He's been in a number of animated series and movies, so it's just really cool to see that he's voicing Kamek in this. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some other voice actors peppered in there as well. I mean, Eric Bowser has to show up. Like, what animated thing doesn't have him at this point? Now, the one Koopa I want to point out in this sequence, and we'll see him again later in the trailer, is this blue spiny-shelled Koopa Troopa. He seems like he's the high-ranking general in the Koopa Troopa army. This is obviously a reference to the blue spiny shell that follows and attacks the person in first place in the Super Mario Kart games. So that's really cool that the blue spiny shell from Mario Kart is now getting lore and an actual character related to it. I love that Bowser is calling out his various enemies, the Koopa Troopas, the Goombas, but he can't remember who the third group of enemies are.
My army! Koopas! Goombas! Whatever those things are!
Aww. Those enemies, by the way, are Spinies. They go all the way back to the first Super Mario Brothers. They were either crawling on the ground or Lakitu would throw their eggs at you. And then when the eggs landed, they would hatch into Spinies. You can't jump on them. Spikes. We see a bunch of Koopa Troopas ready to attack. I especially love the ones rolling around in their shells. It kind of reminds me of Super Mario World, where a Koopa Troopa would jump into a shell and then just start spinning around out of control. So yeah, man, we got Koopas and Troopas, the princess, and the others. Hanging with the plumbers, you'll be hooked on the brother to the bridge! We see Luigi being held by Kamek's magic in front of Bowser, so it looks like Luigi is going to be kidnapped by Bowser in this. I'm feeling Mario and Luigi are somehow going to get separated when they enter the Mushroom Kingdom and Bowser gets Luigi and is on his way to look for Mario. Now, this is technically a reference as well. It's kind of a nod to Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2, where Baby Mario and Baby Luigi were split up. Kamek kidnapped Baby Luigi and Baby Mario landed with Yoshi, so Yoshi and Baby Mario go on a quest to save Baby Luigi from Kamek and Baby Bowser. Plus, this gives Mario a heartfelt reason to go on this quest. Of course, he would have been kind enough to save Princess Peach, but kidnapping his brother? Oh, now it's personal. And it's all about family.
I'm not afraid. I'll do anything for my brother.
But judging from the Luigi poster and a scene from an earlier Mario movie trailer, I'm wondering if Luigi is going to go on a little mini quest of his own, and that could lead to Luigi in a haunted house, which would give us some references to Luigi's mansion. These location shots are gorgeous. We see this amazing shot of Bowser's land floating over the Mushroom Kingdom, headed to Peach's castle, ready to attack. There's a beautiful shot inside of Peach's castle with Princess Peach and a bunch of mushroom people. Totally gives me Super Mario 64 / New Super Mario Brothers vibes. We get a fire flower field with Fire Peach. Plus, look at Toad in the back there. I wonder if he's collecting power-ups to take with them on their journey. That would be kind of a reference to Toad giving you power-ups in Toad's house in Super Mario Bros. 3 and other Mario games. We get a land that looks like a reference to Super Mario 64's Bob-omb Battlefield, you got that cannon, that floating island in the sky. Super Mario games are notorious for their desert lands, and it seems like it's also a reference to the Sand Kingdom in Super Mario Odyssey with that upside down floating pyramid. The details in this movie, this made the movie for me. Mario kicks a question block to Donkey Kong, who hits it. A fire flower comes out. Donkey Kong grabs the fire flower and becomes Fire Donkey Kong. We are getting Fire Donkey Kong in this movie. Donkey Kong is using Mario power-ups. This is amazing. I love that this movie is taking so many references and ideas from the games, but yet still adding new stuff of their own, like Fire Donkey Kong. And if we get a new Donkey Kong video game, this has to be in it. Now, we know from the previous trailer that Donkey Kong and Mario fight each other, so I guess later on in the movie, they team up. Maybe their mothers have the same name. Martha Mario, Martha Kong. We're also seeing a lot of Donkey Kong in these trailers. He seems to be more involved in this movie than I thought he was going to be. This again is pure speculation, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Donkey Kong spin-off movie in the future. All right, who's gonna be the voice cast for the Donkey Kong movie? We already got Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, and we got Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong. Who's gonna be Diddy, or Candy, or Funky, or Swanky, or Wrinkly? Okay, now I feel like I'm naming Smurfs. And of course, who's gonna voice King K. Rool? Give us your dream cast in the comments. Also, if you notice in this part, Mario eats a super mushroom, and you can literally see him getting bigger and stronger. So Super Mario in the Super Mario Bros. Movie is confirmed. Also love that little wah-ha he gives when he does that. Now, either Chris Pratt is doing an amazing Mario game impression, or that might be Charles Martinet in that part. There was also a woohoo that happened in the last trailer that sound very Martinet-ish. Woohoo! I still hope he voices a full-on character, but I'm wondering if that's going to be Charles Martinet's involvement in this movie, giving various sounds to Mario throughout the movie. Having him pop up every now and then to give a woohoo, or a ha-ha, or let's go. Mario also does a Naruto run here. I'm just playing. Mario's run where he has his arms out is a reference to Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World, where when Mario was running in those games, he would have his arms out like he was about to fly, which he would be able to do if he had his raccoon tail or Tanuki suit or feather cape. I've played these games a lot. Man, this 2-player co-op scene just looks so good. I feel like I am watching high definition gameplay right here. We also get the Mario ground pound or butt stomp move that Mario has had in various games, I think since Super Mario 64. Then it's Mario Kart time. By the way, I love the graphic of the old school arcade Donkey Kongs holding the checker flags. That's a nice detail there. I love that. We also have this temple, which I'm blanking on what game that is from. It looks like a Super Mario level, but for me, it almost kind of looks like a Donkey Kong Country level. Does anyone know where that's from? I just know it's a reference of some kind, or that it's just pretty. I love the part where it looks like it's making the cart and you see selection dials under the cart maker. That's a reference to Mario Kart, where you can choose your cart, your wheels, and your glider. And then we get this epic Mario Kart race on the Rainbow Road. It is straight up Fast and Furious meets Mad Max, and I absolutely love it. I wonder if this is technically a reference to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show episode Toad Warriors, which was a playoff of Mad Max Road Warrior, but with Toad. Okay, now I'm reaching. Just like in Mario Kart, we see racers shooting out green Koopa shells. I hope they show a red shell at some point as a homing device. Instead of turning into a bullet bill like in the game, we see Koopas shooting bullet bills at other racers. And who do we see shooting bullet bills at Mario? That blue spiny shell Koopa Troopa. Always trying to take out first place. On brand. If you look at Mario's kart, you can see his wheels are off to the side, which is a reference to the anti-gravity mode in Mario Kart 8. Now, I don't think that Grand Theft Auto has ever been used in a Mario Kart game, but hopefully in Mario Kart 9. But yeah, this whole part of Mario's kart being destroyed and jumping on another kart was really cool. And when he's on the back of the Koopa Troopa's kart, kind of gives me Mario Kart Double Dash vibes. Maybe they'll bring that back for Mario Kart 9. That'd be cool. Why am I just making up a Mario Kart 9 like I think it's going to exist? Why do I think I know these things? My uncle don't work at Nintendo. Mario jumping on a Koopa Troopa and he goes into his shell. That's just classic Mario right there. And Mario doing the unthinkable. Being able to directly hit a racer behind him with a green Koopa shell. That's pro strats right there, man. Also, did you see that explosion? Those Koopa Troopas are dead. Mario's a murderer. But he just laughs it off. Ha ha! And he also does this thing where he flicks his nose with his thumb. Is that supposed to be a reference to the Luigi death stare? Can we please have the Luigi death stare in this movie? In the middle of this Mario Kart sequence, there's a quick shot of Bowser looking like he's around fire, just going, let's end this.
Let's end this.
I wonder if that's the final big battle between Mario and Bowser. I also love all the sound effects that we hear throughout this.
Yes! Fire!
Even in the end title, we get this little power-up sound effect and then a little stinger that sounds like a part of the Mario Brothers 1 overworld theme, remixed. Yeah, I'm just... So much about this movie just makes me so happy, and I haven't even seen it yet. It's wild that we've had 3 trailers, a clip of the Game Awards, a fake commercial, TV spots, and yet it still feels like there's a good amount of movie we haven't seen. I hope that is true because I really look forward to any surprises that this movie has when I go see it, and I'm gonna go see it. Probably multiple times. I'm very excited for this movie, and I'm especially excited if they are setting up a Donkey Kong spin-off movie or a Super Mario Galaxy sequel, or both. What'd you think of this Super Mario movie final trailer? Was there anything that you noticed that was a reference that maybe I missed? Till next time, everybody, do the Mario!